What's up, Honda fam, and welcome back to Honda Scope. There are few things more frustrating, or frankly, more dangerous, than your Honda suddenly stalling out, whether you're at a stoplight, cruising down the highway, or just pulling out of your driveway. It's a problem that can leave you feeling helpless and worried about a massive repair bill. But don't panic. As a mechanic who's tackled countless stalling Hondas, I'm here to guide you through solving Honda stalling problems, step-by-step DIY diagnosis and repair. Today we're going to break down the most common culprits, how to identify them, and how you can fix many of them right in your own garage, saving you big bucks. Let's get that Honda running reliably again. Why this matters: the mechanic's angle. When your car stalls, the first thought for most people is, oh no, what's it going to cost me? And trust me, a mechanic's labor for diagnostics can add up fast. But here's the secret. Many of the common reasons Hondas stall can be diagnosed and even fixed with basic tools and a little know-how. I've seen customers bring in cars after spending hundreds on towing and initial diagnostics, only for it to be a simple, inexpensive fix they could have done themselves. My goal today is to give you that power. We'll cover everything from fuel delivery to air intake to electrical issues, giving you a systematic approach to tackle this problem head-on and keep your Honda and your wallet healthy. Problem 1. Faulty idle air control valve, IACV, and DIY fix. Let's start with a classic Honda stalling issue, the idle air control valve, or IACV. This little component is responsible for regulating the amount of air that bypasses the throttle plate when your engine is idling. If it gets dirty, gummed up with carbon, or simply fails, your engine won't get the right air-fuel mixture at idle, leading to a rough idle, or worse, stalling, especially when the engine is cold or coming to a stop. Symptoms: you'll typically notice a fluctuating or very low idle, especially when cold, and the engine might just die when you come to a stop or put it in gear. The easy DIY fix: most of the time, a dirty IACV can be cleaned. Locate your IACV, usually bolted to the throttle body. Disconnect the electrical connector and 2 coolant hoses. Be ready for a little coolant spill. Unbolt the IACV and use some throttle body or carb cleaner to spray out the carbon buildup inside, paying attention to the pintle valve. Make sure it moves freely. Reassemble everything, top off any lost coolant, and your idle issues might just vanish. Problem 2. Clogged fuel system, fuel filter/injectors, and DIY fix. Our second common culprit is a clogged fuel system, which can include a dirty fuel filter or gummed up fuel injectors. If your engine isn't getting enough clean fuel, it can sputter, hesitate, and ultimately stall, especially under acceleration or load. Symptoms: your engine might crank but not start, or it might run fine for a bit, then lose power and stall. You might feel a noticeable hesitation or sputtering, particularly when you step on the gas. The easy DIY fix: start with the simplest fix. Add a high-quality fuel system cleaner to your gas tank. This can often clear minor clogs in the fuel injectors. If that doesn't work, consider replacing your fuel filter. For many Hondas, this is located inside the fuel tank, which can be a bit more involved, but still a DIY possibility for many. For others, it's an inline filter under the car. Always release fuel pressure before disconnecting fuel lines and wear eye protection. If your injectors are heavily clogged, you might need a professional cleaning or replacement, but start with the cleaner and filter first. Problem 3. Bad main relay or ignition switch and DIY fix. Next up, we're diving into the electrical side with a couple of classic Honda issues: a bad main relay or a faulty ignition switch. These components are critical for powering your fuel pump and ignition system. If they fail, power gets cut and your engine dies. Symptoms: a bad main relay often causes intermittent stalling, especially on hot days, or a no-start condition where the engine cranks but won't fire up. You might also hear a faint click from under the dash that isn't followed by the fuel pump priming. A bad ignition switch can cause similar issues, often resulting in random stalling or a complete loss of power to accessories and the engine while driving. The easy DIY fix for the main relay: This is usually located under the driver's side dash. It's often a simple plug-and-play replacement. You just need to locate it, disconnect the electrical connector, unclip it, and install the new one. No special tools required, and it's a relatively inexpensive part that can solve a lot of mystery stalling problems. For the ignition switch, this is a bit more involved as it's typically behind the steering column. If you're comfortable with basic wiring and disassembling some trim pieces, it can be a DIY. However, due to its complexity and security implications, if the main relay doesn't solve it, you might consider professional help for the ignition switch, or at least a more in-depth guide specific to your model. Problem 4. Faulty crankshaft position sensor, CKP, and DIY fix. Coming in at number 4 is a component that often goes unnoticed until it fails. The crankshaft position sensor, CKP. This sensor tells your engine's computer the position of the crankshaft, which is vital for timing the spark and fuel injection. If it sends incorrect signals or no signals at all, the computer gets confused, and your engine can suddenly stall or refuse to start. Symptoms. The most common symptom is sudden, intermittent stalling without warning, often when the engine is warm. It might start up again after cooling down, only to stall later. You might also get a check engine light with codes related to the CKP sensor. The easy DIY fix. While the location of the CKP sensor can vary significantly between Honda models, sometimes easy to reach, sometimes buried, replacing it is often a straightforward bolt-on job once you've gained access. It typically involves disconnecting an electrical connector, unbolting the old sensor, and installing the new one. Ensure you use the correct part for your specific engine. This is definitely a DIY-friendly repair that can save you a bundle, as the part itself is usually not too expensive. Problem 5. Vacuum leaks and DIY fix. Last but not least, a sneaky problem that can cause all sorts of idle and stalling issues: vacuum leaks. Your engine relies on a carefully controlled vacuum system. If there's a leak, a cracked hose, a loose connection, or a faulty gasket, unmetered air gets into the engine, disrupting the air-fuel mixture and causing a variety of problems, including stalling. Symptoms. You might notice a high or erratic idle, a noticeable hissing sound from the engine bay, and poor fuel economy. The engine might also stall when decelerating or coming to a stop. The easy DIY fix. Diagnosing a vacuum leak can be a bit tricky, but it's totally DIY-able. Start by visually inspecting all the vacuum hoses under your hood. Look for cracks, breaks, or hoses that are disconnected. A common trick is to spray a small amount of unlit propane or carb cleaner around suspected areas while the engine is idling. If the idle changes or smooths out, you've found your leak. Another method is to use a smoke machine. You can rent or even make a simple DIY one. Once you find the leak, it's often a matter of replacing a cheap vacuum hose, tightening a clamp, or replacing a simple gasket like the PCV valve grommet. It takes patience, but it's a very satisfying fix. General diagnostic tips and preventative maintenance. Beyond these top 5, always remember your basic diagnostics. Start with a clean air filter, good spark plugs, and check your battery terminals for corrosion. If your check engine light is on, get the codes read. A cheap OBD2 scanner can be your best friend. And most importantly, stay on top of your preventative maintenance. Regular oil changes, spark plug replacements, and keeping an eye on your fluids can prevent many of these stalling issues from ever happening. A little proactive care goes a long way with your Honda. There you have it, folks, my step-by-step guide to diagnosing and solving those frustrating Honda stalling problems. I hope this video empowers you to tackle these issues with confidence and keeps your Honda running smoothly and reliably. If this video helped you troubleshoot your stalling problem, please hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow and reach more Honda owners just like you. And if you want to keep your Honda running strong for decades, avoid those frustrating and unnecessary mechanic bills, and get honest, expert DIY tips and buying advice straight from the shop, then you absolutely need to subscribe to Honda Scope. Ring that notification bell so you never miss out on critical info that empowers you to understand, maintain, troubleshoot, and even repair your own Honda. You'll become a more knowledgeable and self-sufficient Honda owner, saving you time and money in the long run. Have you experienced any of these stalling issues? Or perhaps you found another unique fix for your Honda? Share your stories and tips in the comments below. I love hearing from our community. Until next time, keep those engines purring and those Hondas happy.